Hey everyone, and welcome back. In today's video we are going to be having a look around the greenhouse. Quite a few more ripe peppers, and the super hots are finally coming in. I'm also going to talk through a few plans that I have for the garden. Before I start, I just wanted to thank Brian Donaldson. He commented on a previous video that I did. He suggested using drinking straws to mark my peppers that I've isolated. So thank you. Bought a pack of these and I've been doing it. Here's one over here. It's a pretty cool way to do it. At least it's a lot easier to see. I was trying to find one that I'd done previously with a piece of string, but it's a bit difficult until you're picking the peppers themselves. The string is green and obviously it's a bit camouflaged with all this other greenery. So definitely a good idea. These here are my pepper dew plants, and they are really doing well. There's loads and loads of them in here, so that's really cool. And they've also started ripening. There's one getting there that's a bit orange still, but I actually picked a red one the other day, and my goodness was it hot. I couldn't actually finish the thing. It was so spicy. If you've had pepper dews before, you know, the ones you get in the store, they're not really that hot. Honestly, I think all of my plants have gone extremely hot this year. I'm a bit nervous about trying those bad boys. The extreme hot weather we've had in the UK in the last few weeks, I think has really helped to make these peppers really hot. These pepper dews, the one that I had at least, was so hot. I couldn't finish the thing. I also had some of these jalapenos. We picked some the other day and made some jalapeno poppers with some cream cheese inside and some bacon surrounding it. And my family couldn't actually eat them. They were a bit too spicy. What happens, I think, when the weather gets as extreme as it has been in the UK lately is it stresses the plant out. Obviously, I'm having to water them a lot more often, but they end up going through cycles of drooping. But it's happening so frequently, I think it's really stressing the plants. My theory is that the plant's response to the stress, whether it's extreme heat or not enough water or whatever, it puts out more capsaicin, and that's because birds don't feel the heat from the capsaicin, but mammals do. So we do, obviously. You know, and any other creatures like rabbits or whatever, they're not going to eat peppers. And I think the more capsaicin that's in there, then obviously the less likely it is that mammals are going to be eating it. So I think the plant is trying to get the seeds to go as far away as possible by letting the birds eat them and spread them around. Anyway, that's just my theory. But let's have a quick look around the greenhouse. So something else I did is I bought some bigger bags like these. These are just wedding favor bags. The ones that I've been using in the past are a lot smaller, so you can see there. So it just made sense, go one size bigger. I think these are 19 centimeters long, so makes it a lot easier to put over the plant and cover over these leaves and stuff. So I've wrapped up some of these plants up here to try and isolate them and get some seeds for next year. So this is our Frankenstein plant, the one with the fasciated stem. So if you look from the side, it's a bit thin there, but quite thick there. It's just a bit odd looking. You know, this could be from several different reasons. I've been reading up about this. Could be hormonal, genetic mutation, bacterial, or fungal. I think even environment can make the changes as well. But I am going to see, I'm hoping that it's a genetic mutation so that I can try and get some seeds from this plant and see if we can grow it on next year, see if we get some more with this mutation. It'll be quite interesting. So I am covering up with these bags to try and get some isolated peppers. No success just yet. We have got a couple peppers finally coming up. So over there, there's one. So we can see it over there. So that's one coming off this branch. Nothing too extraordinary looking about it just yet, so we'll see what it's like when it fully grows out. On this Y branch here, on the second branch, there's a bit of a bigger one. We can see this over here. And that's about it really. There's no more of those in there. This other one at the back here, again another really thick branch. We've got quite a few peppers on there, so we can see the top there. There's quite a few coming through up there, and they're even starting to ripen.
So those are all coming through. All of my super hots are doing quite well. This is my carbonara. I don't think I've had these before. It's starting to ripen. It's quite a nice sized pepper actually. I think it's a hot one. And there's a few others. It's a really decent sized fruit over there. Over here we have the 7-pot habanero, and look at these guys. That's beautiful. Nice and bright red. That's almost ready to pick. And we've got loads more of these peppers on here. So this will be quite a successful plant, I think. You can see quite a few nice sized peppers. And here I'm just trying to isolate again so we can get some seeds from this. At the back, that's my cherry bomb. These are the smallest cherry bombs I think I've ever seen. Last year, the cherry bombs, I wasn't too impressed with them because their flavor wasn't brilliant, but these guys are tiny. Look at that. They're all that sort of size. So up there, there's one up there. But all of these are tiny, and I don't know if, again, this is a response to the heat that we've been having. I'll maybe give one of these a taste today. We'll see what this is like. This is probably the biggest one that I have at the moment, the cherry bomb. We'll give that a bit of a try. Actually not too bad. There's a bit of heat there, but the flavor is actually very nice. Nicer than the ones I had last year. Okay, the heat's picking up a bit. No, it's a nice pepper. Should be quite tasty. I'll make a bit of a sauce with that as well. They're quite a meaty pepper. See there, quite thick-skinned walls. So yeah, I think it'll make quite a nice sauce. Tons of seeds. Yeah, not bad. So I won't be doing that with these anytime soon. Maybe when we're making the sauce, I will give them a taste, but not right now. I feel like I want to keep my taste buds intact for the day. At the back there, the plant that looks all fallen down, that's my Super F1 chilies. I have a video coming out, probably the last of my beginner's guide to growing peppers. Will be coming out very soon. It's going to be the final video where I'm making a sauce, and I've picked all the peppers from the Super F1 chili. So it's busy fermenting. I'm considering maybe finishing off that video today. We'll see. It has been only 12 days fermenting. I like to do normally around 2 weeks at least, but they're looking good, and it is Sunday, so I have some time. So you see there are quite a few new ripe ones. I picked all of the ripe ones last weekend, and you can see there's loads more. There's a bunch of new green ones over here as well. Sugar Rush peaches are looking good as well. Have a look at those. I think that's the sort of color we want. Most of them are a yellow-green sort of color. But they're all starting to ripen now. There's a couple more up there, so there's quite an abundant amount on these. And then the Ring of Fire, I've been picking these. I think I need to pick a few more today. I've been putting them in the freezer and getting ready for a really nice sauce that I'm going to make. In case you're wondering, the reason there's water down there, it's not always like that. They have just been watered, so that'll be gone by this evening, I'm sure. My peri-peris, hopefully you've watched my last video that I did about peri-peri chicken, but you can see I've got loads of nice ripe ones coming through, ready to dry for my next year's worth of peri-peri chicken. I do love these peppers. If we look at the back there, see those red peppers? Those are my sweet bananas. They are lovely to eat. Those sweet peppers like that, I eat them like apples. They're really lovely. So these down here are my big Jims. Nothing too crazy. This guy's just growing a bit strange because got stuck on this leaf. Let me just move him out the way. But yeah, he's a bit crooked. But yeah, you can see these guys aren't massive. I mean, they're a big pepper, but these things can get really huge, like upwards of 30 centimeters. They're doing very well. My cucamelons, which are growing everywhere, these things, I love them. And these here are my Romeros. I've already picked a couple of them and been snacking on them. They are beautiful. Look at that size. There's quite a few big ones here. He's almost ready to eat. Quite a few this year. They're doing really well. These are also sweet bananas. Not as big as the ones up on the shelf, like I showed you a bit earlier, but they're all starting to ripen. Really not too sure what to do with these. Tell me in the comments, what do you do with your sweet bananas? It's not one that I've grown before. I'm guessing pickled is good. I don't know. Maybe stuffed with some mince would be good. I've just been snacking on them. They've got a little bit of a burn, nothing serious. They might be a good addition for a sauce to add a bit of sweetness maybe. So that's it for the greenhouse for today. Let's take a look in the vegetable patch and I'm going to show you a couple things and also talk about some plans I have for the end of this year. So remember in the beginning of the season I planted these. These are Inca berries, well that's what they're called in the UK. In South Africa they're called Cape gooseberries, and they are such a lovely plant. So you can see all these pods over here. There's loads of them. They're normally ready to eat it just when they fall off. So this one over here is ready to eat. So if you open it up, you can see there it's a little berry like that. It kind of tastes like a tomato, but a lot sweeter. They are so good. So take a look at the sweet corn. They're looking good. Got a couple weeks I think before we can pick them. Didn't get as many as I was hoping. We have probably 1 or 2 on each of these stems, most of them just 1. That one I'd say is almost ready actually, but that's only the 1 on this plant. But there are a couple that I have 2 on. You can see that one over there that has 2. These beds are done for the season, I would reckon. Those are just my peas, but I think they've had it. Those ones at the back are my patty pan squashes. So you can see one down there. That's what they're meant to be, that sort of size. I'll show you a picture in the screen over here. Some of the sizes that we've been getting. And over here, these are my courgettes. And again, these things just grow like crazy. So we can see there is one just at the back there. He's still a baby, but they grow so quickly. If I leave that for, let's say, a couple weeks, then the thing will just be massive like a marrow. And we've had a few like that. They don't taste bad, they're just a bit tougher than your normal courgettes. And we've been picking loads and loads of these guys. You can see there's still a few on here. So that's ready to pick, but I'm just going to wait. We aren't going to eat any tonight or tomorrow, so I'll just pick them when we're ready. But you can see there's quite a lot on here. Next year I'm going to be growing my squashes and my gem squashes like this. I'll be growing them using the 3 Sisters method. That should be an interesting experiment. I've been reading up about that. When it comes to the end of the season, when the raised beds over there are all done and no longer producing, so come around winter time, I guess, November, I will be putting together a irrigation system. So I'm just trying to decide whether I use the pumps that I already have in the greenhouse to have another channel going out into the raised beds, or whether I use a gravity-fed irrigation system. I've done that in the past, which works well. So I'll be building an irrigation system for the raised beds. It'll be an interesting project. So I'm gonna have to do some experimenting just to see what is the best option, just make it nice and easy. We've had a really hot summer, and that means that I've had to water quite a few times, but I'm ending up using a sprinkler, which isn't the most efficient delivery method. And I'm not gonna stand there with a hose pipe spraying them down. So I think an irrigation system makes the most sense and the most efficient use of the water. The other problem I have is these damn moles that are digging up my garden, and need to sort out those as well. Anyway, in future videos we'll talk through some plans that I have for putting together an irrigation system. I might make a good video if you guys are thinking of doing something similar. And also, if you have done something similar, let me know in the comments. Interested to see some of the solutions that are out there. So before I go, I just wanted to say a big thank you to all you guys that have subscribed to me and that are supporting the channel. It really means a lot. It took me just over a year to get 1,000 subscribers, and I'm just about to be at 2,000 subscribers, and that's taken 3 months. That's insane. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you again on the next video. Bye bye for now.